Good morning. Welcome to the BF Anderson Technical Report for April the 4th. One thing about technical analysis that we need to understand, we're just trying to determine the health of the market. Is this a healthy market? Is it moving upward? Is it solid? Is the economy solid? And one thing that I want to make a point on is that there's going to be a window of opportunity at some point that's going to open up, and you're going to need to be there. I saw this happen back in the 1990s, and the window opened around 1995, and then it closed in 2000. During that period was quite prolific. But let's get right into the charts here. This is the NASDAQ. We're continuing in an uptrend. Moving averages are fine. Actually broke out just about ready to make an all-time new high. Also, we had some decent volume yesterday, which popped us out above 7,900. NASDAQ looks good on a daily basis. On a weekly basis, last week we had somewhat below average volume for the week. The week before was above average. However, if you look at the 35-day moving average, 35-week moving average, we are now above that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. And it only takes 2 weeks to get a buy signal, so we're in good shape there. On the advanced decline line, continues in an uptrend. In fact, hitting a new high. Advancers are far outpacing decliners. This is very healthy and looks like a bull market to me. On the high-low index, we're starting to see some improvement there after a pullback. We're not getting a lot of new lows. As you can see here, yesterday we only had 15 new lows. We're staying below that 40 number that we think is so critical, and the number of new lows is fine. The long-term trend is still up. The 10-month versus the 20-month moving average, solid uptrend. We've got the 10-month actually turning up and getting stronger, and we're really, really close on the S&P of making an all-time new high. On the Fear Greed Index, which is put call, the CBOE options put call ratio, we're starting to dip a little bit into greed here, so that's always kind of been a warning in the past. Maybe optimism's getting a little high here. Could see that cool down. Be aware of it. Now, last week I also mentioned that we have this inverse head and shoulders formation on the NASDAQ. Again, it's being confirmed by the fact that we're getting this breakout here. So we have our left shoulder, our head, our right shoulder, and a breakout to almost all-time new highs. It looks very positive. I wanted to point out one sector that's incredibly strong, which is the semiconductor sector. This has a lot to do with technology, but it also tends to be a leading indicator of economic activity. And you can see it really has broken out, made an all-time new high. So semiconductors are very strong. The small caps, we're starting to see some improvement there. We made a low, higher low, higher low. Now we're making higher highs, and we're very close to a breakout. A move of the Russell 2000, the small cap stocks above 1,600 would be a very, very positive sign. So let's get into the top 10 here. Chipotle Mexican Grill, the stock continues in a very strong uptrend. Now, one thing I want to mention here, this is a $700 stock, and we get feedback from people that say, well, they're really not crazy about the idea of buying such an expensive stock. Remember, what you're concentrating on is the market cap of the company. So if you have a high-priced stock, just buy fewer shares. You're still getting the same deal. This is Ionis Pharmaceuticals, which is biotechnology. You can see a very strong breakout. Biotech tends to be one of the riskier sectors of the market, and when they're strong, that's always a good sign. Now, this is Keysight Technologies. Again, we're starting to see a lot of news in the media about the 5G rollout by Verizon. They're going into key cities, and they're saying that 5G will be fully deployed by late 19 or early 20. So we're seeing that these 5G-related stocks are doing well. We're very concentrated in 5G stocks. Now, here's another one. This is a company called Xilinx, which makes the chips that go into the 5G network. The latest report that I read recently was that Xilinx is way ahead of the competition, meaning people like Intel and Marvell Technologies. They're way ahead of the competition on 5G chips. This is Zscaler. This is cybersecurity. Stock has been in a very strong uptrend. We are seeing some consolidation here, and it would be important that the stock continue to hold above these levels here. But the stock has started to soften a little bit. But all in all, everything looks very positive. This does look like a bull market. So if you have any questions, please give me a call. Thank you very much.